Yo, welcome back to FaZe Fitness, guys. So you want to get shredded, you want to be ripped, you want to have, abs of steel. Most of you have been probably trying workouts for a while now. Maybe you just started, maybe you've been struggling for a long time, I'm not sure. But when I was around like 8 years old, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, and I mean, my father showed me a picture of this kid. He was like the world's strongest kid at the time. He was like 12 years old or something like that. And I later found out that he used like steroids or something, but it worked for me anyways. Then it gave me the motivation I needed. So I saw this picture and I was like, man, this kid who's so young is like so ripped, and I want to be like that. And literally I remember being 8 years old, and just one day it just kind of clicked, and I was like, I'm gonna do crunches every night until I get six-pack, like shredded abs. And I remember I committed to doing 350, and literally I did 350 crunches literally for 2 years straight. I never missed a day. I swear I never missed a day. It could have been vacation, whatever. I just done before I went to bed. Sometimes I'd even do them like in my bed, which makes it easier, but still regardless, I'd make sure that I did 350, and it would kill and it would hurt. It was just something in my head that I was like, till I got the result that I wanted, I wasn't gonna stop. That 9.5, like 10 years old, that area, I finally had the abs I was looking for. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you should be doing 250 crunches every single night and you're gonna get six-pack abs, because I was young, I was already thin anyways, so it made it a lot easier for my abs to show. But the point I'm making is that I use a very ineffective exercise, crunches, which really aren't that effective working. They only work your upper abs, and are not that effective in general. And number two, I would do them like, I don't even do them right all the time. It took me 2 years to get it. If I was smarter about it, I probably could have done it a lot sooner. But the point is, I was an 8-year-old little kid. I just knew that crunches did abs, and I figured if I did a lot, eventually I'd get there. So I just made sure I committed to saying, I'm not gonna stop until I achieve this goal. That's like the first step that you have to take. Like most people, they immediately go into like, all right, I'm gonna, make an effort. I'm gonna try this. Like this is something I'm gonna work on. And they start working on a diet plan, or they start, doing a workout plan, and maybe it starts working, maybe it doesn't, whatever. But for some reason you fall back off and you don't really, maybe you hit like a plateau or you hit like a wall, it makes it really difficult, and for some reason you stop doing it and you don't achieve your goal. First thing you have to do before you look into research or planning or anything, make that commitment and make that decision. I'm going to lose this much weight, or I'm going to be doing this. Regardless of the plan or the exercise or how hard it is or how difficult it is, you make the decision first. When you start looking into the how I'm gonna do this and those different things, you start going, I don't know, maybe not for my schedule, maybe I don't know if I can do it. When you commit to it first, no matter what, you have to do this, and you make that decision, then you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what works for you, what going to the gym, doing it at home. You'll figure out exactly what is going to work for you, because it doesn't matter the how, you just know that you're going to get it, and then you're going to get from point A to point B, and you'll figure it out as you go. Some people think that they make the decision, they think they've really decided to, but you really have not. If you have not achieved it yet, and you're not at least working there, and you haven't progressed at least consistently, then you really have not made that commitment yet. You have to really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, did I really decide? Did I really make that commitment to achieving the goal? Or is it just kind of like a wish or a dream, or just kind of like a maybe? But if it gets too hard, I'm gonna give it. Are you fully committed to actually achieving that goal? Because once you do that, it's actually really easy. There's no like stopping you. There was no way I wasn't gonna get it. Like that wasn't an option. Like there was no option of me like not getting the six-pack abs. It was just a question of whether like how long it was gonna take. Maybe it could have taken 5 or 6 years because I started eating unhealthy or started doing the wrong workouts. Like there could have been obstacles that made it take longer, but like I would have never have stopped. And for me, like I know I'll never lose my abs. That's just not an option. You have to really sit down and take time. I don't care if it's 30 minutes, an hour. Really take time to sit down and really decide before you look at the plan or the workout, before you anything. One of the best things that you can do is tell other people. Tell the closest people around you, your family, your friends, post it on social media, because when you start doing that, it's gonna reinforce you wanting to do it. Because if you keep it a secret, I mean, you can keep it a secret, but I'm just saying, if you keep it a secret, it's gonna be much easier to stop doing it. Like if you think about anything, if you wanted to set a goal and you start working towards it and no one kind of knew you were working towards it, you can kind of just like slide off from doing it, from working on it, and no one really knows. And personally, you kind of feel bad that you didn't do it, but you can kind of, hide from that. But you can't hide from it. Everyone can see that you're not doing it and you didn't achieve it. Then everyone knows, hey, you gave up on it. Hey, you quit on your goal. And yes, that's tough to deal with, but it's a great extra kick to have, because it makes your entire team, your entire people, all your peers, they become your coaches and they become your encouragement. I suggest telling people that are going to encourage you. That person that knows that they're gonna like make stabs or hate at you, probably should try to refrain from telling them because they're probably gonna make it harder for you and then kind of rub it in if you don't do it. And again, you can use that as motivation either way. My point to you is that's how I got six-pack abs. It wasn't because of the crunches and those things. Yes, it was. It was because I made that decision that this is what I want and I'm going to get it no matter what. The word decision is derived from the word incision, which means to cut off. If you have an arm and you cut your arm off, you can't like use it again. Most people, they make decisions, they go, I'm not gonna use my arm anymore, and it's kind of like that mentality where I just kind of like put my arm behind my back, but it's still there so you can still use it. Decision is like literally like you can't use your arm anymore and you literally cut it off, which means you literally can't. There's no other option. So you have to get to that place mentally where there is no other option and the only option is success, the only option is achieving the goal, and nothing else gets in the way. When you can get to that place mentally and find that strength, then, you know, the rest is history. Leave a like if this video helped you in any way, and any questions you have, put them in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Ooh.